There have been a lot of powerful findings that have underlined just how important political economy is for economic development. But policymakers have struggled to find a way to incorporate those findings into their work. What our book does is put forward a framework that can allow policymakers, economy ministers, aid practitioners to think about ways to analyze the political economy of a country and to design interventions that can make for more inclusive economic growth. One of the key policy implications of the book is to think about the private sector not just as a generator of jobs or economic GDP, but rather as a group of constituencies for or against economic reform. Take those firms operating in exporting sectors that are highly competitive. They're naturally going to be asking for those things like better rules and institutions that are going to lift the private sector more broadly. On the other hand, those conglomerates that thrive in regulated sectors of the economy serving the domestic market might be more likely to make it harder for other firms to compete, raising barriers to entry and actually making a more complex operating environment. What our book does is help policymakers think of ways to intervene to benefit those different sectors in different ways that can continue to lead to GDP growth, but at the same time improving the odds for the political economy to be a force for positive reform instead of backwardness. Another key implication is to recognize the potential for feedback loops between economics and politics and vice versa. Imagine a country on a double-digit growth tear that's lifting millions of people out of poverty. But if that growth is empowering those sectors of the economy that are lobbying for and achieving worse rules of the game and less political competition, then you could actually have the political and institutional environment moving backward even as the economy moves forward. But subject that place to terms of trade shock and the whole years of progress could unravel. We provide a way to think about incremental interventions that can allow policymakers to design ways to try to bend that feedback loop in the right direction.